Hi guys, welcome back to a new video tutorial in React. In the last video, we learned how to build a currency converter, and in this video, we will try to create a similar app using this free weather API from openweathermap.org. And now let's get started. Alright, so here when you try to search for the weather API text in Google, then you can see that the first result is coming from the openweathermap.org. And even though when I try to click on this link right here, the 6 base free API weather APIs, so you can see that the result is also the same. The Open Weather Map API, the base free weather API right now. So right here, when you try to click on the first link, this will open up this page, and we can see that there are many features that we can use with this free API. Here comes with the current weather data. We can also get like the 4 days, hourly as well. Right here, this is the new one, the one call API. We get the 16 days, 30 days weather alerts. So say it's based on the government agency warning, or this one here, this is the 5-day and 3 days forecast, historical. This one we want to try to get the old data, the old weather data. Then we can also do with all of this here as well. And not only that, this one will come with the map collection. So this the map pool 2.0, and we got some other API collection here with the weather station, UV index here, and there are many more. Alright, so now what are we gonna build in this video? If we're gonna go and try to get the first one, which is the getting the current weather API. So now let me just quickly show you, maybe zoom in a little bit here. So we can have access to any location, including over 200,000 cities, and the current is frequency updated based on the global model from more than 40,000 weather stations, and the result can be in the JSON format or XML or HTML, and available for both free and paid subscription. So now let's just click on this API doc. Okay, so as seen here, you can see that we can try to basically search for the city name in this API endpoint. We can just enter the city name right here, and this is the our own API key, and I will show you how to create one as well. Okay, so this is some of the sample, and this one is by the city ID. We can just click on this link right here to download all of the city ID in this file format. Okay, so this is just the sample of that. So we can also get the data based on the geographic coordinates based on the latitude and longitude here as well. So this is the API response. This is what it's look like, and this one is by the zip code, and a lot more here. Alright, so now let's just go back to the previous page, and we try to create a new account right here for free. So click on this sign up link. Okay, so right here, just fill out all the information, including the username, email, password, and now let me just quickly do this here. Right, so now I fill out my username and some other information here. So what you need to do now, just click on this. I am over 16 years and over, and agree to this. So for this one right here, let me just leave this as blank and click on the I'm not a robot. And then click on the create account. Alright, so here it asks me for the company. So right here I can just say it's like personal, and then the purpose of this is going to be the weather widget for app, and there are many more here. And then click on the save button. Alright, so here you can see that they have sent a confirmation link to my email, and now let me just quickly check that. Alright, so here it is. Right here you can just click on this, verify your email. Alright, so now the email address has been successfully confirmed. So what are we gonna do now? We will just need to wait for another email. Okay, so here this is another email. It comes with my API key, and this will says that within the next couple of hours will be activated and ready. So based on my experience, it just take around 10 minutes, then you will be able to use this. And for this one here, this is just the endpoint. It try to give us as an example with the location, which is London, and it's in the United Kingdom, and this is the app ID, which is the API key right here. So for now it's not been activated yet, but let me just click on this link to see what's it come up. Okay, so here you can see that since it's not yet activated, you can see that the message says that it is an invalid API key. So now we will need to wait for a little bit and then try to hit this endpoint again and try to find out. Okay, so after 10 minutes, when I try to hit the endpoint again, you can see that here come the result. Let's now just quickly look into what all of this. Okay, so here the first one comes with the coordinates, the longitude, the latitude, and this is the weather. Here come the ID, the main here. This is right now drizzle, and the description, light intensity drizzle, and right here the icon. I will show you like a list of icons as well, like coming from this open weather map. And this is the base station. Right here this is the main, the temperature. This here this is in Kelvin, and they feel like temperature maximum and the minimum, pressure, humidity. There's a lot of information here, even though this one here, this is the wind coming with the speed and the cloud. So this is the country, GB, this is in the United Kingdom, and this is the time zone and ID. Here the name is London, and we can see that there are a lot of information right here, and we will use some of the information coming from this endpoint and put it and show it right here inside our weather app in React.js. So you can see right now we just have this simple text, welcome back guys, and this is the code, nothing special. And now let's get started into the coding part. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this code, I will try to create a function. It will try to get the information from the endpoint, and also I will try to create two simple text box. It will be the one for the city and the other one for the country, and there's one button as well. When I click on the button, it will try to grab the data from the endpoint. Okay, so now let me just do it here. Alright, so here I have declared the city with the country here as well, and the default value is Melbourne, and with the country this is AU or Australia. So we also have this function, the get weather API, with this parameter, and right now it's not in use. Only that right here I use the data, which is the static data or the dummy data. Just put it inside the endpoint, and we will try to make this become dynamic coming from these parameters here as well. Okay, so down here we got this styling. Just align it in the center with the height, with the width, and background color. So down here we got the input, the text box of the city and the country. So whenever I try to change, enter the value in the text box, then it will automatically set it into these specific variables. And down here, this is the button, the get weather data. So now let's just take a look at the website. Okay, so here this is what we got, because right here this is the default value. Whenever I try to change, then it will also change up here as well. So now let me just do the Melbourne AU. When I try to hit this, nothing's gonna happen, but when I try to inspect this, we can see that there will be a value. So this is the object, and right here we can see that the response coming from the endpoint. We have the main right here. So the main, we got the temperature right here, and this is the name Melbourne, and there are a lot more. So here the country AU Australia, and let's now try to show the this one, the temperature on the card right here, and we will also see perhaps the description, like the current weather description, and try to show it on this card right here as well. Okay, so now let me just go back to the code. Okay, so before that, let me just quickly change this right here to become the dynamic. So what we need, the dollar symbol, and right here just put city. The same for this one. This will be the country. Okay, so like this. And again, let me just quickly test that on the app. So this is Melbourne. What about the result? Let me just open this, and then try to change this to something else. Say this would be Sydney. Let me click on the get button, and let's see the result. This is the weather, it's clear, and name, this is Sydney. This is the temperature right here. So now we will try to get into this part. It will be under the main and then temperature. Okay, so now right here, I can just try to do the dot main and then temp, and try to see if we get to that data. Do this again with the Melbourne. Okay, so here this is it, and it now become dynamic and also with this value as well. So what I need to do next is to set this temperature with the same data right here. So we will try to enable this here as well. Get, and here it is. We got the data show on the card. So the reason is that right now this is in Kelvin, and we will try to convert this into Celsius or Fahrenheit. Let me just show you how to calculate this one. Alright, so here I'm in the w3school.com, and when I try to scroll down, you can see that we got some example like how to convert from Fahrenheit to Celsius. And this is from the Fahrenheit to Celsius with the, this is in the HTML code, this is in the JavaScript code. And scroll down a little bit more, here we can see that the convert from Celsius to other measurement. We got the formula shown here as well. This one convert from the Celsius to either the Fahrenheit or Kelvin, not this one. We will try to this one, go with this one. Convert from Kelvin to other measurement. Right now we want to convert it into Celsius. So Kelvin to Celsius, this is the formula. We already got the Kelvin, then we just need to subtract with this value 273.15. Let's just quickly go back, and then once we get the value from the Kelvin, then we just minus this, and it will try to store this in the temperature variable. Let me just go back and then try to hit this endpoint again. Okay, so click on this, and you can see that it convert from the Kelvin, the value right here, to this current data, which is right now in Melbourne the current weather is 13 Celsius. And now let me just quickly go back and try to show you how to convert this into the Fahrenheit here as well using this formula. Okay, let's just go back and then let me just quickly paste it here. Okay, so here we got the formula, and do the same with the bracket and then time 1.8. Right here we should have another bracket outside of this, something like this. Alright, so this is we got the data in the Fahrenheit. Let me just click on this, click on the get button, and here we have the value in the Fahrenheit, and we will also learn how to round this up as well to 2 decimal point. And right here, just quickly go back, and I'm going to quickly comment this one with this data Kelvin to Fahrenheit. Okay, so this is the formula from the Kelvin to Fahrenheit, and down here probably let me just quickly round this one up. So to do the round up, just do the math.round, and right here this will multiply by 100 and then divided by 100. So now let's just quickly take a look at the result. Click on that, and here it is. This is 57.04 Fahrenheit, and I also want to copy this one as well behind this one right here, just to clearly indicate that this is in the Fahrenheit. Alright, seem to be good. Click on that, and here it is. So we now have the Melbourne weather in the Fahrenheit and converted from this Kelvin. Right here, this is just example in the Fahrenheit. Try to convert this in the Celsius. Do the same. We no longer need this part. Save it, and right here this should be very similar. Just try to copy this symbol right here. We got that, and now this is in the, let me just comment this one here as well, Kelvin to Celsius. Go back here, click on this, and this is in the Kelvin to the Celsius. So here we have this is the current Melbourne weather, and again just change this to Sydney. Click on this, and this is the current Sydney weather. Okay, to show you that whether the current data is actually correct, then what I can do, just search for Sydney weather here, and here come with the result, which is the 7 Celsius, and right now it's around almost 11 o'clock. And let me just quickly click on the get, and here you can see that it's exactly the same. Okay, so what is the next step? Right here, what I can do, I can just quickly update the UI a little bit, and then I can just put like the current time on the app here as well. So right here we don't have any idea what the current time is unless we need to click and then check here, but let me just quickly do that in the code. So right now I have updated the UI a little bit with this. So this is the weather app. Just call this as weather app with the display of flags. Align this to the center, the height, the width, background color. This is dark blue, and the font size. And here this is the text color, which is the white. And down here, actually, this is not actually needed. So we can just comment this out, or you want to change this say to a different color, then you can do that as well, because right here this is the same one. Or maybe I can just change this to say like blue. And down here we got this, which is quite similar to the code in the previous video. And then right here we have the time, so new and then to the local string. So now let's just take a quick look. Alright, so here it is. We got the weather app, and with the today, which is on the 29th of August, and then this is the current time and the weather in Melbourne. And right now let me just quickly click on this, and here you can see that during this time, the current time, the current weather is 14.18 Celsius in Melbourne. And again, I can just do that in Sydney as well. The other description right here, we got the weather dot perhaps right here dot man, and I just want to show like this one here as well next to the Melbourne weather, or should be down here. Okay, so now let me just try to get the value. So I need to const right here should be this description use state, save that, and then down here should be set description. This would be a little bit different. It's not in the main as here, it's in the weather. And also if you see this closely, you can see that it is inside the array. I need to do the dot weather, the first one, and then get to the dot man. Alright, so now we have this. And then we need to show this description next to the weather data. Should be right here. Okay, so I think that should be good to go. Let's just check that. Click on this, and here we can see that it's now clear. What about in the Sydney? It's clear as well. And I comment this one out, no longer need that description. Yep, click on this. Here it says as clear, and yep, I guess that it. What about, let me try to quickly show you in the US, Long Beach, and then right here should be USA. Click on that, and here this is in the Long Beach weather in USA. So I also search here as well with the Long Beach weather in USA. Currently it's 23, and this one here is around 22. It just round up to that, so this is what you can see. So I think that's pretty much it, guys. We learned how to display the current time with the current date. So we also learn how to get the weather data as well, which is the current one, and this is also come with the current description of that. So this is clear, and we also can just enter any value or enter any city, and here this is any country. Then can just click on this button and we will see the result on this card right here. So if you have any question or any doubts, let me know in the comment section below. And also if you enjoy watching this video, don't forget to hit a like button on this video, and see you guys in the next video.